Okay, so you've done all the previous steps of dip powder. You've gotten to the last step, which of course is apply your top coat. So you apply a layer or two of your top coat. You let it sit, thinking it's dry, but you go to touch it and it's still wet. That is not good. So today I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily dry your top coat if you ever have any problems with it not drying fast enough or to your liking. All you have to do is apply a couple layers of this one product and you're good to go. You'll see here when I touch it, it's already dry. I don't even have to wipe my finger off because it's already dry and it's ready to go. So let's get into the video. Welcome back to Aloft Aloft. So I was doing some swatches of this dip powder brand that I received, and the brand is actually by Azure and they are an Amazon brand. These are the 4 colors that I'm doing today. So the kit came with 20 powders, the liquid, the brush, the file. One thing that kind of threw me off was that the top coat actually said gel top coat, but it's actually a top coat for dip, so I didn't have to use any UV light or anything like that. It also came with extra brushes because, as we all know, when you dip, sometimes your brushes get thick. But I thought it would be a good chance for me to answer a common question that I receive or an issue that a lot of people leave comments about, which is their top coat not drying. And this is across the board. I've received it for all different types of brands. So while I was doing the swatches of these colors, I decided, why not take a moment and address the issue that a lot of people have. So here I have the 4 colors out that I decided to swatch from this kit just to see how true the colors were and how opaque they would appear, because I prefer my colors to not be as sheer as some brands. So I wanted to test them out first. So during this process, you'll see I've already done the base coat as well as one coat. I've only done one coat of dip just to see how true the colors are again and how rich and opaque they would come out. So here, all I'm doing is applying the activator on top of each coat of powder just to harden the dip powder. Now this is when I decided it would be a good time for me to actually show you exactly how to solve or how to resolve, whichever word you choose to say, solve or resolve, but how to fix the issue that most people tend to have when their top coat doesn't dry. And as I said in the intro, I am doing this in full speed. When I get to this top coat process, nothing is sped up. So here I'm using what they have labeled as their gel top coat, which in reality is actually the dip powder top coat. Again, no UV light was used for this process. So I went through and I applied the top coat to each color, and I only let it sit for maybe a minute. I didn't actually time it, but it's just however long it took me to apply it to all 4 of the swatches. Okay, now that I'm done with the top coat, I wanted to check my first one to see if it's dry or not, and of course it isn't. So I ended up with top coat on my finger, which I had to wipe off. But to quickly dry this and fix the problem that most people have, I am breaking out the activator. So all I'm going to do is, when I notice that it's still wet, the top coat is still wet, I'm just going to apply 1 or 2 layers of the activator, which will instantly dry up the top coat. One thing to note, because I am applying this activator on top of the wet top coat product, is I don't want to actually contaminate or risk hardening my brush. So before I place this brush back into the activator bottle, I'm going to wipe it off really good on a paper towel. Now, as you can see, after tapping the swatch, it's completely dry. But if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you one more time on how to dry this top coat really quickly. Bringing in the swatch for a closer view, I want to show you how prior to applying the activator, this swatch actually had a shiny coat to it. Now it has a semi-gloss, not quite matte look to it. So if that is not the desired look you're going for, I will show you shortly on how to fix that to get it back to that glossy finish that we had before. As I said, if you don't like the semi-gloss close to matte finish, all you have to do is apply one more layer of top coat on top of that activator and it will instantly dry. Now here is a look at all 4 swatches. The middle 2 are the ones that I applied the activator to. The yellow is strictly activator on top of the top coat, which is why it has more of a semi-gloss finish. The emerald color, I applied, as you saw, another layer of top coat to give it that glossy finish again. And then this swatch, as well as the first tan neutral color swatch, are strictly just top coat. So here is a look at all 4 swatches. I have to say that I actually think the Azure kit is great for any beginner because it gives you so many different colors to choose from and it doesn't break the bank. So if you're not sure if dip powder is actually a product for you, something that you want to try, or if you just want to try different colors but don't want to spend a ton of money, their jars are a bit smaller, but it is great for you to try. Once again, this is a close-up of all 4 swatches. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for watching.